Welcome to Yaka Digital Network Videos. Picture two students pointing fingers over a ruined maize agriculture project. Voices are raised, arms are crossed, and collaboration has completely stalled. To simply say one student is angry and the other is sad provides no actionable information. Those surface-level labels are too blunt to solve the problem in real life, and they earn poor marks in academic writing. Complex emotional states require a precise vocabulary to accurately diagnose. If we cannot name the specific friction points, we cannot negotiate a solution. This connection between interpersonal communication and emotional intelligence is central to your S3 syllabus. De-escalating a real-world conflict and scoring top marks in descriptive prose. Both demand the exact same architectural approach to human emotion. Let's break down how it works. Emotional intelligence is a systematic process. It requires managing your own reactions and interpreting the emotions of others. A low EQ reaction is immediate escalation, shouting back loudly the exact moment you feel physically or verbally attacked. A high EQ reaction inserts a critical pause, creating the necessary space to assess the situation before speaking. That assessment relies on interpersonal proximity. Your emotional obligations shift depending on your relationship to the person standing in front of you. Before you can resolve a conflict or write a believable interaction between two characters, you must calculate your exact social distance from the other person. We map social boundaries using the relationship circle. The inner circle contains family and close friends, where deep emotional support is expected. Moving outward is the middle circle, belonging to classmates and club members. Here, cooperation and mutual respect are the primary goals. The argument over the maize project sits squarely in this middle circle. Finally, the outer circle includes teachers and strangers, requiring formal, polite communication. A vast majority of interpersonal conflicts and poorly written dialogue in exams stem from a specific miscalculation, treating a middle or outer circle relationship as if it operates by inner circle rules. To keep middle circle interactions functioning smoothly, we rely on mechanical building blocks powered by emotional intelligence. On the structural side, we start with mutual respect. This means recognizing the inherent value of peers, even during a sharp disagreement. Next is effective communication, which hinges on active listening. You process the speaker's message fully before replying, rather than waiting for your turn. Then there are boundaries, recognizing the definitive line where your responsibility ends and your classmates begins. These building blocks are activated by EQ. Self-regulation prevents an emotional outburst when your boundary is tested. Empathy gives you the capacity to adopt your peers' perspective during a dispute, and social awareness is the ability to accurately read the room's atmosphere. A healthy relationship does not mean the absence of disagreements. It requires the continuous, active application of these EQ mechanics to maintain functional boundaries. Let's return to our stalled maize project and resolve the friction using a predictable three-step algorithm. Step 1 is isolation. Let the timer count down and evaluate. Is the root cause actually about the project data, or is it a failure in communication? Once identified, you move to step 2, de-escalation. Here, vocabulary is critical. Accusatory language, like saying, "you always ruin the project," immediately triggers a defensive response. Instead, utilize neutral I statements, such as, "I feel frustrated when the data isn't recorded." With attention lowered, you proceed to step 3, compromise. This is active negotiation. You construct a middle ground solution that honors the academic needs of both students. Treating conflict as a straightforward three-step algorithm removes panic and guarantees a respectful resolution in the middle circle. Examiners test your understanding of EQ through your ability to describe it in prose. This data table shows the emotional spectrum you must master. Relying on basic terms in the left column severely limits narrative precision. Sad and angry lack nuance. Upgrading your vocabulary from angry to indignant or calm to serene provides the examiner with a much clearer picture of the character's exact mental state. But vocabulary alone is not enough. You must follow the golden rule of descriptive writing. Show, don't tell. Telling the reader he was angry is weak writing. Showing a lack of self-regulation by writing, "He clenched his fists and stared at the floor," forces readers to interpret emotion through physical evidence. When writing dialogue, replace the generic tag "said" with precise verbs like argued, admitted, or whispered. This reveals emotional intent without extra exposition. Sophisticated prose relies on the accurate, physical documentation of a character's internal emotional intelligence. Let's prove this framework's effectiveness by evaluating a standard practice task. Take a look at this basic text on the screen. This sentence fails because it tells instead of shows. It lacks any application of EQ mechanics and relies entirely on basic vocabulary. Now look at the high-scoring rewrite. By adding despondent and serene, we elevate the spectrum. More importantly, we document the specific application of self-regulation and active listening to achieve a resolution. It is your turn to apply this exact framework. For your dialogue practice task, write a 3 to 4 line exchange between two friends utilizing an assertive yet respectful tone. You can watch more videos for all classes right here and access our complete content library at www.yaka.cc. Engineering healthy relationships and writing exceptional prose demand the exact same skill set. Both require empathy, precise communication, and a rigorous mastery of the emotional spectrum.